Hi there! Today I'm going to take you to another interview around the world. This time it will be an interview with the very talented Romy Tokic from Venezuela who is living in Medellin, Colombia. She makes a lot of very fun illustrations and I can't wait to tell you all about it. Let's go!
Hi, Keith. Thank you for inviting me to your channel and this amazing show. I want to introduce myself. I'm Romy Tokic. I am illustrator and animator. I am from Venezuela, but right now I live in the beautiful city of Medellin in Colombia. I really love to make illustrations for different networks, and I have been working those years for different kind of companies. Some companies that make videos for e-learning course and videos for digital marketing. So hope you like what I am going to say and tell you.
Now let me jump right into the first question, which is what makes art and illustration special to you?
Well, the illustration and the art and the animation is special for me because it's a really good way to express emotion, to express how you feel. And we can use all of these styles and techniques to tell different kind of stories, because what is important for the humanity, for the persons, is to tell our story, because all the people, the person, have a voice, and it's important to tell, to share. It's a way and how we can connect with others. So illustrations, arts, animations, all together to tell a good story is what I really love to do.
I'm always curious about the value of illustration in another country. So what is the value like in Venezuela and Colombia?
The best way to talk about the value about art in Venezuela and Colombia is maybe talk about influencers in art. This is why I want to start with Venezuela. The first one is Juan Carlos Darias. He was a graphic designer since 1986. He has been responsible for the design of catalogs, brochures, and magazines for different entities. And the second one is Santiago Paul, who is a Venezuelan designer and artist with 50 years of experience in the trade and more than 500 posters designed in Venezuela and the world. He used to use clear symbolic forms within a highly sophisticated spatial configuration, but both elements of modernist graphic design. And the use of color is amazing in his posters. One of my favorites is Diego, who is from native for Germany, but she emigrated to Venezuela in 1939, where she worked as a freelance architect and industrial designer. Then she began her artistic work producing drawings, watercolors, monotypes, and xylograph. But what is highlighted is the period when she started to do a sculptural work. There is a lot of more artists that I want to mention from Venezuela, but let's stop here and talk a little bit of Colombia. I have two artists in Colombia that I really love. The first one is Hernando Tejada Sáenz, popularly known as Tejadita, was a Colombian painter and a sculptor, and his most well-known sculpture is El Gato del Rio. It's a famous landmark of Cali, Colombia. I have I had the opportunity to watch his sculpture in live, so it was really amazing. And the last one here in Colombia for me that I really like is Fernando Botero, who was born here in Medellin, Colombia. And Botero's work in these early years was inspired by pre-Columbian and Spanish colonial art, and of course the political murals of Mexican artist Diego Rivera. He's a Colombian artist known for creating oversized people, animals, and elements of the natural world. And it's very, very awesome. It's like chubby dogs, chubby cats, chubby person. It's really, really amazing. Another thing that I want to mention about the value of the artistic work here in Colombia or in Venezuela, that there is a lot of new artists or illustrators or animators that are working for huge industries like Disney or Pixar in this moment.
Now, you have a great use of color. Do you have a favorite color? And if so, which one?
Well, the use of color, yes, is a very hard topic, to be honest. It's hard, for me at least, it's hard to choose the right color palette in every illustration or animation that I'm going to do. I use some kind of help in web. I see a lot of reference for illumination, for colors, for poses, and I use a kind of program that helped me a little bit, that is a web, that is colors, and it helps me a lot. So it's important for any artist to practice, to experiment with different kind of colors, because yes, I have a favorite color that is the violet, the purple. I really love those colors, but even when I would like to use that combination, I don't know, violet, green, and blue in all my illustrations, it's important to artists to give a shot to another combination, another colors. So in this moment I'm trying to practice with, I don't know, the golden hour, to make that kind of illustration using a lot of yellow. And I have this illustration about a golden goddess, and I was imagining with violet. It has not sense at all. So I thought more about the golden hour with this kind of essence of gold, of power. So I decided at the end to use it to go in this kind of direction, more like a violet. And I have another one illustration, another kind of illumination like the blue hour. So I choose a scene. I made a screen capture in a K-drama that I really loved. I really love the K-drama. So I use this one, The Fellow Citizens, and I choose this scene, and I try to practice doing the blue hour with this girl that is the evil in this K-drama. I really enjoy practice with this. It's very important to go out from our safety, from our safe place. It's important to go out because it's the best way as an artist to grow up and become better and better every day. So don't be afraid to prove different things, to challenge yourself.
As a fellow illustrator, I can see that a lot of your illustrations are digital. Which programs do you use, if I can ask?
Yes, Keith. I do a lot of digital art. And I used to do a lot of traditional art, a lot when I was in high school and in the university. But I start to move to move between countries, between a place to another place. So I found more comfortable to make digital illustration, but it's more like because I didn't have the space to keep all that I used to do. So I started digital. When I was in the university, I was taught about programs as Illustrator, Flash, Photoshop, those kind of programs. I used to draw a lot in Photoshop, but since like I don't know, maybe 3 years, I meet an amazing person, a cartoonist in Chile, and he taught me how to make how to become better in the cartooning style, and he taught me about the Clip Studio, in the past known as Manga Studio, and I couldn't change to Photoshop again. Maybe I use Photoshop for like final touch, like illumination, maybe a color correction, but I do everything in Clip Studio. I love it. It is having a new actualization and it's becoming better and better every day. I love it. And it have the functionality where all people can record the screen, and it keeps with the draw in the same file, and you can save the art as another program. You can save it like Photoshop file, and you can open it in Photoshop, and you can open in Clip Studio Photoshop file. So if you are an artist that that like to combine different kind of programs, it is good. I love that. You can animate in Clip as you can animate in frame by frame in Photoshop. It's awesome. And another thing that Clip Studio has is that you can't make webtoons, manga, because it was Manga Studio in its beginning. So you can make manga, and it has a lot of textures, and if you have problems, sometimes there are poses that are hard to do, or perspective. It has a 3D panel where you can take a man or a woman or a kid, and you can put that in your artwork and pose like a puppet, and you can change the opacity to 5%, 10%, and you can do the pose in another layer over the 3D model. It can help you a lot if you have problems with the anatomy or with poses. I really recommend that. I love it. I am a Clip Studio lover.
Now, do you have any last words or advice for people who also want to get into art?
Well, an advice for people that want to start in this world of art, of even if it is illustration or animation, is maybe a cliche, but it's about to practice so much. And another one is to try to imitate different kind of styles that you like. Maybe if you like some artist that is from Disney, you can try to copy. It sounds bad, but the best way to learn is to copy another artist that you really love. Maybe I love Marguerite Sauvage, that is a French illustrator, and I copy some of her illustrations some time ago. And I'm going to show you another artist that I like, and I try to copy some of their styles. I'm going to show you here. Another way to learn is, try to buy some kind of books. And now I want to give you some suggestions of books that you can read, you can buy to read, especially about animation and animation frame by frame. That, well, you need a lot of knowledge about illustration. The first one is this, Elemental Magic. It's an excellent book that say how to illustrate and animate different kinds of special effects, but more like elements like fire, water, and it's awesome what you can find into the book. You can find movements, reference. All animators and illustrators need a lot of reference to make stuff that you don't usually do. So it's important, the reference. It's a good book. Here we can see about the splash of water. It's awesome. So it's a really, really good book. Elemental Magic, guys. From Joseph Guillard. I'm not sure how I pronounce that, but Guillard. The second one is what is really, really, really important in animation, in the animation industry, is the storyboard. And this is one of the best books that speak about it. So here we have Directing the Story from Francis Geblas. It's a really good book. And I really love the way they teach you how to do all about. The first part is a really good introduction, but then you can see examples of storyboards. And the first part speaks about how to tell the story of the little three pigs. So it's different ways of tell the same story. It's an awesome book. This is another page, and it speaks a lot about the job of a storyboard artist. It's awesome. Because there is a lot of ways and how we can tell the same story. So Directing the Story, guys, an awesome book. And the last one, but as important as the other, is this one. Is the Animator's Survival Kit. It's a Bible for an animator, and speaks a lot about frame by frame animation. We have this, and of course the traditional, the first one, the Illusion of Life. But I only have this one physical. So some pages of this one. Oh, sorry. We have a lot of animation. Sorry, this is not part of the book. A lot of animation. How we can animate different stuff. And here we have a lot of character animation. Here we have a walk cycle. Is very important in the animation. Another movements. It's a really, really, really good and important book. We have a little bit of emotions here. Animals, very, very important. Look here, a bird. It's so cute. A cat. So this is another suggestion, and of course a lot of illustration books. I know that I start with some of manga that I'm going to show you here. I really, really love to make manga at the beginning of my career, maybe. Well, I love anime and manga, So it's probably the start of everyone. But what I tell you is, it's important to copy another artist that you love, and to learn. Keep learning, but because it's not only animation and illustration, the technologies help us a lot to I don't know, to succeed in what we do in this industry of art, of animation, of illustration. And it's important to keep going. And that's my suggestions for you. And as a recommendation, I want to recommend to you some of my friends that are really amazing artists, illustrators, animators. And to start, first of all, I want to recommend to you my friend Melo. He lives here in Colombia, and he loves to make character design, and he loves to cartooning people and in the city, and make a lot of portraits. Here you can watch what an example of his work here. Yes, it's amazing. And he is a really good artist. Another one, she lives here too, is my friend Leonard Plus. I love the way she created the hair of the character. It's very, I feel like magic. And she draw different kind of themes, I don't know how to say, concepts about different stuff, sexuality, magic. It's very, she really have a very interesting work. Another one, she lives in Venezuela, is my friend Bridget, and she has this kind of sweet and magical and fantastic art. It's very adorable. We can watch an example here. It's very cute. I really love her work, and she's changing the way she's used the color, so it's awesome. Another one, of course, from Venezuela too, my friend Lynn. She has this kind of creepy character with something fun but creepy and adorable, and at the same time I really recommend her work to you. And of course her sister Carla Caspian, the same. She does more like anime style. It's very lovely, and I don't know, it has like combination between illustration and some kind of graphic design that is really awesome. And another one is my friend Oma Gaps. Maybe you can find you watch her on YouTube. She has a channel, but well, you can see here some of her work. She does anime too, and is the way he used the perspective and the motion in her art is very lovely and awesome, and the color and the light and the shadows it's really cute. And another one could be Venetia. I love, she does some kind of more like flat design, very you can find this kind of art in likeness planar videos in animation, or maybe in whiteboard videos. Is very demanded art. The people ask a lot of this kind of style. So those are my friends, and I really recommend their work. All these names are from Instagram. So I hope you can give them an opportunity and check what they do. I have another accounts that I want to recommend you. Less followers, but another accounts of mine that are half and sweet, where a friend and I, what we do is tell a story with these 4 cute and sweet characters and talk about different stuff. And this another one account in Spanish that is dibujate.tune, where you can find different portraits and cartooning, and I do a lot of that as a commission. So if you are interested in that, you can text me. So, well, English is not my native language, so I hope you you understand everything that I say, and I am really, really glad to be here, and thanks a lot for the invitation, Keith. So, thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much for your information, and I had a lot of fun doing this interview, and I wish you all the best. And for the viewers, see you in the next video.